back to Whispers of the Dice. This is a little side episode of Terrador Trespass. This is take 2. Brooks and I realized that we didn't really know what had happened in the 4 months between Loric leaving Hell and everybody kind of rejoining back up. So we wanted to explore what Kiana and Loric were up to during those 4 months. This will go in right after session 33. Now, we had a little bit of an audio issue, so we've already filmed one scene, but it's very easily summarizable. Loric has a little conversation with the 3 spirits inside of his head, Wrath, Hope, and Fear. And they realize that this choice in Limbo is not able to be made, so they make their way back up to the surface. They find their way back to the paper palimpsest and reunite with Rock and Bane, and Patrick Palimpsest hires him as an employee. He's doing an awesome job. He likes the routine a lot. And Loric has just realized that every Thursday there's these lackeys coming to extort Patrick, and he's just rolled a pretty low history check, realizing that he doesn't know a ton about Varanthian law. So he doesn't really know anything about law or if this is legal, not legal, that kind of thing. But I think you could at least remember that this kind of thing happens a lot, whether it is legal or not.
Okay. And Loric is getting paid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's helpful.
I'd say it's not very much, but you're living with him for free, he's feeding you, and you're getting a little bit of walking around money.
Yeah. Then I don't think within these 3 weeks Loric has spent any of it yet. One thing that happened earlier in the campaign was Rock bringing an animal that was currently alive and about to not be to Loric.
Yes.
And for the first time, Loric gets to wake up every day and not think something is going to die today. And he refused to be around that animal dying.
Yeah.
So I think that has been a pleasant thing for him, which is going to change how he interacts with these thugs.
Yeah.
But Loric's got a plan. Mostly Wrath has a plan, and he's got control of the body, so that plan's happening.
Right.
I would like to take the money that I've gathered on a Thursday afternoon after closing up, before the usual thug time comes along.
Mm-hmm.
Could you describe the surrounding area of the paper palimpsest, please?
Yeah. So you have a flat storefront, 2 stories, wooden framed windows, and the building itself made out of clay, and it's side to side with several other flat storefronts of various types. There's probably a mart or whatever, right? And then there's 3 or 4 feet of equivalent of concrete, probably not actually concrete, stone sidewalk type deal. And then a drop off and a different kind of stone road. Probably loosely connected pavers, red dirt but in between them. And then on the other side of the road, there's a large community garden and then more storefronts on either side.
Okay. And when you say side to side, you mean like touching or alley?
Touching.
Okay.
Every few buildings, there'd be an alleyway.
Okay. So, Loric closes up shop, locks everything, makes sure that that's good. And then he places all of his earnings that he has gotten in the middle of the road. Goes, sits down. How tall is Patrick?
5'5" ish.
5'5". Okay. Goes, sits down inside. makes himself look like Patrick, and just waits.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. You always choose what I don't think you will. You wait. Would this be in the middle of the road, like where carts go, or on the sidewalk?
On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk, okay.
In front of the paper palimpsest side. Perfect.
You wait, and at about 9 o'clock, sun's down, or approaching down, you see 3 or 4 guys turn an alleyway a few buildings down and start to walk down towards, and you even see them like pull back and stop, because Patrick normally doesn't have how much money they want, period, or if he does, he never sets it out there. You know, they always have to come in and shake him down.
Yeah.
So as they see the money, they kind of, man, nah, okay, what's the setup here? You know,
yeah.
Why are we supposed? I mean,
and
no, you pick it up. I'll pick it up.
When I notice that they're there,
mm-hmm.
I kind of knock on the floor loud enough, which triggers Bane to fly down from wherever he was and start pecking at the money.
Okay. They're all like, man, what? Shoo! They're trying to scare him away. Bane keeps circling back, diving, pecking at the money again. Man, I knew this was some kind of setup. What is going on? Blah, 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 blah.
After a little bit of circling around, he takes what I'm assuming, based off, I'm not getting paid too much, is most of the money, and starts flying low as if it's too heavy for him, towards the community garden.
Okay. So Bane kind of has it in like some kind of cloth or something, like a... Okay. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. Yeah. They go... What? Oh my god, I'm not getting paid enough for this. And, no, you go. No, you go. Why don't you stay here in case the old man comes back? Okay, blah, blah, blah. And you see 3 or 4 of them run after Bane, and one guy stays at the edge of the building. He's smoking a cigarette, just kind of looking around, waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Okay. So once they've exited my ability to see them,
yeah,
I wait for a little bit, and then I walk out, slow, old-like. I am going to appear about 7 inches taller.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm extra hunched over to hope that does something.
Okay.
And I leave the door open.
Okay. Give me a performance check to see how well you are, Patrick.
Okay. Performance +2. 13?
13, okay. You see... Yeah, these guys aren't very smart. See, he goes... Hey, old timer. Your monthly rent got carried away by some bird.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Business has been good, and I decided that I'd start to, and the whole time I'm walking towards them, I figured I'd start paying, make things easier.
Well, boss appreciates your cooperation, makes it easier on all of us.
When I get within grabbing distance of Loric, which should be a good couple inches longer than it appears to be.
Yeah.
I go straight for the back of the neck and do kind of like imagine an old school 80s bully that does the swirly thing.
Right,
where they force you on the knees and you're going down. That, but there's no toilet.
Okay, perfect. Give me a strength check, an attack roll, whichever one.
Okay. I really hope that I roll well here because he's so strong. I didn't. 11.
Okay, let's see. Okay, well I got a nat 1, so
let's go.
Yeah, describe to me what it looks like. I mean, you just exactly how you just said. Back of the neck, down to the knees.
Yeah. He's down on his knees. I got him by the neck. How does one get knocked out? Because Loric has killed a lot of people.
I think...
But I don't think there's been a midpoint in between that.
Yeah, not really, no. That's a great question. Let's see if Loric can appropriately gauge his strength here. You can give me any kind of intelligence-based roll, maybe medicine or anything like that. Or I'd allow wisdom, too.
Okay. I will do wisdom, because it increases it by 1.
Okay.
13.
13. I think you at least understand the idea of don't go all in. You know, if the intention is not to kill the man. So if you were to, like, bring his head down onto your knee or onto the ground or something like that, you understand that that's a sensitive point of the body, so likely to be able to knock somebody out. You just can't go too hard.
Okay. So I've got that in my head. Wrath is ready to do Wrath things. But this is about sending a message.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't a let's have a good old rough time and we'll continue this every Thursday.
Right.
So the illusion goes away. I flip on the flaming horns.
Yeah.
And I take my other hand and I twist his head so that way he's still on the ground, still kneeling down, but he's facing the visage. And I'll take the knee and slam it into the side of his head and hope that that's enough to knock him out. And if it's not, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. No roll necessary, because that was cool.
Thank you.
You turn, and the last thing he sees before his lights go out is this horrifying bull man, flaming horns, and he slumps to the ground in front of you.
Nice. Okay. So Wrath is ecstatic.
Yeah.
Fear's fine, neutral.
Sure.
Bliss is very on the fence about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Would much rather talk this out, potentially get them to change their minds, make a few more allies.
Right.
But Bliss is in the backseat right now.
Yeah.
So Wrath is going to continue down through the garden, keeping the horns on. And the plan that he had worked out with Bane was to take that money, keep it low in the garden until they get there, and then fly up to a tree and kind of make it look as if it could fall down. Maybe a coin or two drops every once in a while until I get there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you see that when you step, like the Minotaur, bro. When you step in, I know you are a Minotaur, but like the Minotaur in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
When you step in, into the community gardens, horns are ablaze. There's Joshua trees everywhere and cacti and things like that. And you see a group of goons standing around a Joshua tree, standing up there like throwing rocks at this bird and trying to get it to drop the money.
Okay. I whistle as loudly as possible and stand there waiting.
All their heads immediately whip over. All right, man, what? You want trouble? Keep moving.
He just stands there.
Hey! What, you deaf or something? You can't hear me? I said keep it moving.
Do you think that this is long enough for Rock to have made his way from the paper palimpsest to the garden?
Certainly.
Or must I keep... Okay. So, as soon as I hear Rock behind me,
so they
step
see
to the side.
Giant Minotaur, flaming horns. You don't answer them when they try to intimidate you to move along. And then you step to the side and there's a wolf the size of a Great Dane.
Yes. Just sprinting. Directly at them.
Back in the distance, like, outsiders see the car pulling up from a distance style. They see this wolf barreling towards them, and it's Rock aiming to do what he does.
To get one of them.
Okay. Rock snarling as he runs back, and they go, ah! What the heck? And they all start to kind of scatter, but Rock, sure enough, tackles and tumbles with one of them.
Okay, cool. And Rock's instructions are to keep the jaws on the neck on the ground until I get back.
Okay.
How many goons are left?
We'll say 3 now.
3. Okay, Bane is to track whichever one gets the furthest.
Okay.
And I'm going to full speed ahead until I get to... What's the distance on Misty Step?
I think 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Until I get 30 feet from one of them.
Yeah.
At which point I Misty Step directly to them.
Directly in front of them. You see this guy, like, stops and... Hey, man, listen, we don't want any trouble, okay? Let's just... you want the gold?
Immediate headbutt.
Oh, perfect.
There's too many of them. I don't have time to talk.
You headbutt, pin him to a tree on with your horns on either side, and he's, as his head hits the back of the trunk, slumps to the ground unconscious.
Okay, awesome. As fast as I can, some rope around the feet.
Perfect. You tie him up you hog tie him, and you see Bane chasing and dive bombing one of them over and over, and then another guy running off scot-free in the other direction.
I'm going towards scot-free guy. Yeah. I trust Bane to continue to tell me where that guy is. That's like a helicopter police pursuit. We're good there.
Perfect.
And at this point, Wrath is having a lot of fun.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And no one's dead yet, right? So that's great.
Yeah, no one's dead. You're knocking a bunch of people out, though.
Yeah. This is awesome. Everything's going according to plan. Just feeling like there is something worthwhile happening for the first time in a little bit.
Yeah.
He loves helping Patrick. He loves making it so that way he's able to continue doing his work without having to stop because Azai's gone. You know, that feels meaningful, but it doesn't feel worthwhile. It's not world-saving, life-altering change.
Right. You're changing lives, but you're not saving them.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And however you want the rest of this combat situation to work out, it works out. Would there be anything additional that Loric would do at the end of taking care of these 5 goons as a message to whoever the boss sends next? Because, like, these 5 guys, they're grunts. You know, they replace Hydra Head, 1 dies, 2 more pop up. Would there be anything that Loric would do to send a message to the boss in general? Like,
for sure.
Okay.
So, Loric has fixations that he gets really quickly because everything is new, everything is grand, right? So, for a while, he didn't know tattoos existed. Now he has one, and he loves that.
He has a
he
what?
Works in a place with paper and ink. Okay,
yeah.
So, after he gets all of them together in the community garden, right, he's got them all tied up. Inglorious Bastard style, he's going to leave a message, and for each one of them, in the different ways that he got them, he will tattoo a reminder of that. So, for the one that he grabbed initially, he does a hand turkey style stick and poke around the back of the neck. For the one that he headbutt, he leaves a circle here in the center of the forehead with some fake horns going up.
Uh-huh.
The one that he chased down the street, will say he grabbed by the ankle and just dangled him, kind of, you know the Hulk when he slams people.
I do, absolutely.
Tries to do that a little bit. We'll tattoo around the ankle to remind him.
Absolutely.
And the final one will get a feather down the back for Bane's contribution.
And then for Rock's person?
Oh yeah, Rock, we put the teeth marks around the neck.
Teeth marks around the neck. Oh gosh. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. That's perfect.
And then I hand deliver them to the boss's mansion.
Yeah.
And I take any money that they've gathered from extortions up to the paper palimpsest, and I spend the rest of the night knocking on doors trying to figure out, okay, whose money is this, and how do I get it back?
Oh, incredible. Well, how do we think that Loric got this nickname, the Lug? He Robin Hood knocks on people's doors in the middle of the night, like Midnight Robin Hood. I'm sorry, I think this was taken from you. Oh, wow, that's perfect. So do you talk to the boss while you're there, or you just deliver him on the doorstep?
I deliver on the doorstep. Does the boss come out while I'm doing this? Because I'm tying them to, like, Bart's fence.
Let's see. Roll a stealth check, and I'll roll and see if I get higher or lower.
Okay.
I only got a 4.
Okay, well, I rolled a natural 12.
Okay.
So I don't need to add modifiers or anything.
You're so quiet, no, you don't disturb anyone in the boss's mansion unless you're trying to.
Okay. Let me roll a d4.
Okay.
To see if Wrath continues to front throughout all of this.
Okay.
Because the other two are going to have problems about being in front of the mansion. Let's see. I believe that's fear, if I'm remembering correctly.
Should be 1 is fear, 2 is wrath, 3 is hope, and then 4 you get to choose.
It's hope. Okay. So fear is wanting to get out of there. Wrath is just relishing.
Yeah.
And being able to do something worthwhile. Hope suddenly gets control again and goes to leave, but then stops. Turns around and, I don't know, are there pebbles around?
Sure.
Sure, okay. So I take a handful of pebbles, and I go throw one at a time, and that's difficult to do. So then I just take a handful of pebbles and chug them. Try to hit as many windows as I can.
Okay. Awesome.
And hope someone will come out.
You throw a handful of pebbles up at Bart's mansion, which is currently being inhabited by the boss. And yeah, you see a minute later the big front door creaks open, and you see one of those huge lackeys that you guys saw originally in the mansion, I don't remember what race it was, standing in the doorway, almost filling it up. And you see he goes, "Sorry, can I help you?"
Yeah. So the plan is being put together as we're going. This is a very hope-filled endeavor.
Yeah.
As the door's opening, Hope realizes there should probably be something more than just let's speak to this guy. And quickly disguise selves as the biggest one of the people who I've just tied up.
Okay, I need some kind of dexterity-based check to do it before he sees you.
Okay. Oh, that's horrible. 5.
Okay, I'll let you decide, do you still disguise self, or do you realize, I lost my shot?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we'll still disguise self.
Okay, so he opens the door, sees a minotaur, and then and you turn into the biggest one of the goons that is sitting on the porch right now. We'll say, like, kind of obscured by you for the moment. Do you say anything?
Hey, this extortion thing is not working out anymore. I'm just gonna be so for real with you.
You know that I just saw you change from some random guy into... Alright, man, what's your play here? You got a bunch of my guys.
Just some random guy who did all of this.
And now what? Deliver him at our doorstep to send a message?
Now my thought is maybe you stop doing this.
And
because I live here, and I will continue to do this.
Right, but one of you, mansion full of us, and boss doesn't like when his money flow's interrupted.
There's one of me here. More than one did this. You think I did this on my own? That's so flattering. Thank you.
You have an army.
We have an indeterminate amount of people that will continue to mess things up for the boss. You know, we're just people who want to live and make money in the right way. So I mean, go ahead, send more people next time. I was kind enough to realize these people probably have a family, and you know they don't want to die. But you know, if you send more people, it's going to be harder and harder to keep them all alive.
Right. And you see a big meaty hand coming straight for your throat. What do you do?
I misty step.
30 feet. Where?
Behind the guy.
You see, like, even he stumbles and kind of falls forward a little bit as he's planning to make contact here. Falls and stumbles forward. Looks around. Hey! Turns around, sees you. Would you run further into the mansion, or are you still staring at him?
I will punch him in the face.
You run back 30 feet back towards him. Okay, give me an attack roll.
Okay. No! I gotta see what my bonus is, but I think his AC is gonna be higher than this. I shouldn't even
I'll say 15, so that we have an honor system, because I didn't have one planned already.
Yeah, so 10 is what I got.
You run forward. You're not used to the body that you're in, so you swing the punch from too far away, and you're not able to make contact. As you kind of swing forward, or as you kind of like stumble forward again, he picks you up by the back of your collar, and you're kind of like feet dangling in front of him. And you
wait, that's perfect.
Okay.
Can I react?
Yes.
Back of the collar, so I tilt my head back, and I let the horns flame.
Perfect. See, like, is about to start this villain monologue, you know, of like, so next time you think, ow! And drops you as you burn his hand.
I try to punch him again.
Okay, roll.
Oh, you said 15, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, 18 plus 6. I'm not going to do the math on that because quick math is embarrassing.
You tell me what happens.
Okay. He's burnt. He's, you know, just shocked at everything that's happening. He's supposed to be the guy that the boss sent out. You know, already, I don't know if he's admitting this, if he's thinking this, but what just happen's a little embarrassing for their whole organization. And he didn't get sent out with any backup. That's kind of, it's on him to be big and intimidating. He drops me, and immediately there's a fist in his face. I doubt that drops him, right?
I don't know. You have a 20 strength.
Can I drop him with that?
Dude, you got an 18 plus 6? Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Okay, so that changes things. So he is thinking about like, oh no, this was me.
This is embarrassing.
Bad things are gonna happen if the boss thinks that and then he's knocked out.
And just a thud so loud it like shakes the chandelier in the foyer as this guy hits the ground.
Amazing. Okay. Hope's original plan, right, was just sparked by the idea of maybe we can get this to stop.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And with fear saying, okay, you've done enough, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
and Wrath saying, keep going, you're doing great. Hope, with no plan, is going to run into the foyer.
Okay, you run further into the mansion. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Loric kills the boss, and then the rest of the campaign is...
Okay, 19. Investigation. The plan is starting to come more in fruition. Realizes it's just me. I can't do big damage here. But Bart's gonna come back. Maybe I can get something of his. Something meaningful.
Sure.
And then I can get out of there.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Yeah, so you go through the foyer, and you start to go around and look in different bedrooms and things like that. You see that there's, 8 identical, huge bedrooms for each of the members of the band. And you start looking through some of the rooms to see which one might be Bart's. Looking through, you can see, based purely on stereotype and their name, you're guessing on which one probably belongs to which dad and whatever. And sure enough, as every good movie scene is, the last one you check. When you get to the door, there's big music note etched into the wood. You also realize as you're about to open the door, you have yet to find any room that seems like the boss has been sleeping there.
Oh, interesting.
And your hand hovers over the doorknob.
Shoot. Okay. Have I grabbed something from Bart?
You haven't found any of his stuff yet, because you've only been in the band's bedroom. But you're about to enter into his.
That sucks. I'm gonna roll a d4.
Okay. That sucks.
Oh, okay. It's fear, and fear's got choices here. This whole time, fear has been this is risky, it's dangerous, what are you doing? It's getting more and more intense.
Yeah.
And Loric is being put in more and more danger. But every one of his siblings at this point has gotten a rush of fulfillment. Just something that feels worth doing again.
Yeah.
And suddenly, he has control of the body. And a new fear has picked up. Which is, what if we waste Loric? If we fail to do something worthwhile, and we give Loric back his body, and there's nothing of note that he has done on his own, right? We've done amazing things with the Envoy, we've gotten a general position, all of this is great, but it's tied to the accolades of others. We're on our own now, and something is happening here. So it goes from the fear of self-preservation to this fear of the mundane.
Hmm.
And there's this long pause. And then he reaches for the doorknob and bursts it open, disguising self as Bart, because that feels appropriate.
You turn into Bart, and when you open the door, you look around. It's clearly Bart's bedroom.
Okay.
You don't see anyone. You do see a lit candle sitting on a trunk with a piece of paper beside it.
Okay. Immediate thought and inner monologue is, this is anticlimactic. And the other two voices are just no, this is going to be great. You're doing great. You are doing something worthwhile. And just these thoughts of grandeur flood into fear. So he moves forward. Being fear, he is not going to just go for this paper. Head on a swivel.
Okay.
Just fully.
Yeah.
So what he does to do the head on the swivel is a move that he's been practicing whenever he has control of the body, which is to turn 360 while continuously disguising self, so that way the body that he is in help me. It starts with an I.
Inhabit.
And it's like here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's continuing to face one direction.
Okay.
And he does that the whole way towards the paper.
Awesome. You're kind of looks like Doctor Strange when he's doing his like vision thing. And as you close the distance to the paper, you pick it up, and in hurried black ink, it says, "Made you look."
Ooh. Fun. Okay. So, he continues to make it look like he's reading the paper, facing the direction that he should be,
Mm-hmm.
but really his hands are behind his back, like that, and he's looking out, just waiting for something to happen.
You don't see anything in the room, and you see no sign of movement other than the wood in the fireplace is still glowing.
Oh no. Oh no. I guess we'll pocket that. We'll put out the candle.
Awesome.
Um,
And in terms of like Bart's stuff, this is his room. So anything that you could think of that you might be looking for of Bart's to retrieve for him, it would be in here.
okay. Bed sheets, are those a thing?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, we rip off the bed sheet,
Okay.
and we're going to just start stuffing important-looking sweet things that are not delicate into this sack, hobo sack,
I love it.
and we'll pick out one thing that looks more precious and delicate, and we'll hand carry that.
Okay, I love it. So you get like what seems to be like scrolls and maybe like a sketchbook and things like that have maybe like paintings of families. You see like you grab his hollow cube, you see like a lot of stuff like that, maybe some clothes, things like that. And then for a more delicate item, you pick up what looks to you to be a super fancy loot.
Okay.
One of Bart's extra loots, and you pick that up. And you kind of Santa sack your way back out of the mansion and back home. Go pile up all Bart's stuff in Heidi's loft. Hope you can get it to
That
him
is
someday.
Amazing.
Perfect. So you spend feast day, which is like Thanksgiving, with Patrick. You see, like, you actually meet Patrick's children.
Aw.
And you still, until later on, didn't get the whole story on, like, hell back and forth, partner down there probably somehow, until later on, when he gave you the whole spiel. But you meet two middle-aged tieflings who come and see their dad for feast day. Who's this guy living with my father, who has been alive as long as a toddler has, whatever. And it was right around the New Year, I think, when he arrived. So you even spent Yuletide, Christmas, with Patrick as well. Yeah, and then in the New Year, we see the scene that we already saw of Hugh returning, revealing this secret to you. And how does Loric feel, in vague enough terms to not give it away to the audience, about what he's just learned about his good friend Kiana?
So, Loric feels just a sense of kinship even deeper than he's had. Kiana has been the being that is most likely going to be with Loric for the rest of his life, right?
Oh, yeah.
We are keeping Kiana safe and happy as a job. And on the side, these three siblings inhabiting one body have been trying to create a relationship with Kiana for Loric when he comes back. And now each one of them feels a connection to Kiana on an independent level. That there is something shared, something that is unique that not everybody would think of as a possibility, let alone go through in their life. And now this relationship with Kiana has become muddied in the best, most intimate way possible. There's somebody who will understand Loric when he breaks free from the curse, but understands each and every one of the personalities on an individual level that none of them got when they revealed themselves to Maverick.
Right. Oof, that is good. And you see, like, Hugh seems to be in somewhat of a hurry, and so he drops this on you. You see second, what are we going to call it? Necklace or Kiana or Laika or whatever shows up.
Yeah.
They discuss together briefly. They decide to adopt this new persona, Hugh, in a way. He goes, and you're just left with the other half, or whatever. And you see that you're sitting on, like, the front steps of the Paper Palimpsest while they have this conversation inside, and then when it's just one left, she comes and sits next to you, about half her height she's supposed to be. Looks different. For some reason, Loric, and you can tell me if you think this fits your character, if you think this is true, there's always felt like Kiana's kind of had two different sides, or something like that, where, sometimes there's this medicine-oriented, helpful, seems to be concerned with having a family, political-minded, helpful Kiana, and then there's one who's more concerned with combat and being in charge somewhere, and this idea of freedom, and usually a little more aggro. You think back to, like, two different scenes just with the situation with Maverick, of him spreading the rumor about her. There's one instance where she shouts at Maverick and screams at him, and you're in the room there as well. And then there's a day later when she forgives him. Do you think that Loric felt any type of way about one side or the other, about Kiana, felt closer to one or the other?
I think that fear and hope are going to have always had this connection with Kiana being courtly and sweet and wanting to make sure everyone's safe. This version of Kiana that gets herself out there and forms meaningful relationships with people that are going to be benefited by her and that she is going to get benefits from. Like, that is so commendable. And then this, like, back and forth happens that, all three of them have no idea how other people work. And have just always chalked it up to, okay, Kiana and I seem to age faster than anybody else. So, probably just going through life for Kiana. But Wrath has always hoped that this version of Kiana that shows itself every once in a while would become more prominent.
Really good. Who's fronting right now?
We will find out. Most likely, it's going to be Fear. So, normally what I do is if I roll a 4, I re-roll.
Okay.
But I'm going to add that into the extra chance there. Let's see. Right now, it is Bliss.
Okay. The Kiana that you're closer to, more familiar with, sits down beside you, and she says, "So Hugh told you."
Yeah. Were you wanting to not have that out? Are you happy?
Do you hate me now?
What? No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's a serious question.
I mean, it's just, I've been lying to you since we met.
No, why would I care about that? It's not only is that completely valid, but I mean I'm hired to keep you safe, and what you could have shared with me is something that would get you thrown in prison or killed. I don't know the law. I don't know how laws work, but not good, right? Like that's the whole point of this.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, no, I would not. I would not mind that you had been lying about something so important. This is not something that should have been shared from the moment of, oh, hi, you just showed up on my beach.
Nice to meet you.
Here's my deepest, darkest secret.
Right. You're so good, Loric.
Thank you.
Just like, you didn't even have to, like, learn it.
I mean, I've had to maintain it. You know, I don't know how you work. I was born with a lot of innocence. And then immediately, I tried to make a friend who tried to kill me, and then he died.
Yeah.
And that was strange to be faced with that immediately. And I guess to sum it up, to make things quick, I'm constantly faced with this idea of giving up my innocence intentionally or unintentionally. And I've had to keep goodness as a purpose within me, you know? So I was blessed in one way, and then I've had to keep that blessing. But thank you for saying that.
Yeah. You're the only person ever to know, other than, I mean, Daddy, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, and your dad loves you. Very much. It's very obvious.
Yeah.
Why would that change for me? You know, the two people that want to keep you safe the most, well, okay, the three people that want to keep you safe the most, or however many people there are that want to keep you safe, I'm in there. If there's people there, I'm in there. I'm getting awkward, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Did he tell you what happened in hell?
Not much of it.
Theo's dead.
What, like the senator's son dead, where like, and then he's back, sort of dead, or like what kind of dead?
No, like Maverick's dad dead, like gone. Her choice in limbo was to either renounce Rendoshi or to die. And I guess she chose to die. So, no, she's gone.
She chose that? Are we sure she didn't leave? You know, I left, and so did Hugh, and we showed up at different times.
She checked it. She checked on her paper. She made a choice, and the second option said to die.
Okay. I mean, that could be metaphorical, right? Like, surely there's got to be something. I don't think that she would choose to just... She could have said no. You know, she had to have known something that we didn't know.
I guess so, because, I mean, you just left and you didn't have to make a choice, so... I don't know. She must have had a reason. She knows more about Rindoshi and all of that too, but I guess it could have just been an honor thing. I mean, if she's not willing to die for her cause, then I don't know.
I mean, what would dying in hell do for her cause, though? Right? Like, I don't know. Let's put that off to the side for now. I think that Theo's fine. Probably fine. You know? And let's just wait until everyone else gets out of hell, and we'll see if Theo's also there. You know?
Yeah.
Don't worry about Theo. Theo's always been connected to things that we have no idea what's going on.
That's true. And then, Maverick got through limbo, but then he got stuck in the second layer. So, when I left in greed, he was still stuck in lust. He wasn't able to pass his trial, and we don't really know what it was, but, you know, it's Maverick, so we can imagine.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I mean, it was 3 or 4 layers before I left, but who knows time-wise how long ago it was.
Okay. This is gonna sound strange, but I mean, everything I'm gonna say ever probably is gonna sound strange.
Yeah.
You know, I go places when I sleep sometimes, when I close my eyes.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened in a while.
Oh.
I've been having what people call dreams, like normal dreams. But that's what I thought they were. I think I saw Maverick get stuck.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I thought it was a dream and, you know, just like, my brain's making funny things happen. But I mean, I've never really had those, so maybe they didn't start, and, because I saw him get stuck in lust, and thought, you know, that makes sense, but now you're telling me that happened, and, maybe I've had some sort of connection to hell while I've been up here.
Did you see anything else that happened in hell?
I mean, I think so. It's all kind of fuzzy and foggy, and it doesn't follow how time should follow. It seems like sometimes I'm looking ahead, and then I'm like, wow, that's a lot of time that just skipped, and then I'll see something that happened that's clearly before what I saw a couple nights ago. So it's all foggy, it's all coming to me weird. But I think I saw him following you.
Who following me?
Maverick. I could be wrong, these could all be dreams.
Following me where?
Through the layers. Like trying to catch up.
Like he made it through?
I think so. I mean, for a couple nights, it was just the same dream over and over again, and it was him and Cyrus living a nice life, and then I would go to sleep, and it would be another him and Cyrus, and just over and over and over again, and then eventually he was on his own, and he seemed purpose-driven, and he was going through all the layers as fast as he could, and I think he was trying to catch up to you.
I mean, if anything could make Maverick, you know, put his head down and get through something, I guess it would be Cyrus.
I'd hope so. I mean, he always seemed really happy that little stretch.
When they weren't fighting. Yeah. Okay, good. Then.
Sometimes he was really old, too. Like, really old.
In the dream.
In the dream, yeah.
Okay. That's... You've talked before about, like, going places when you sleep and, like, having people talking to each other in your head. Is that connected to this?
No. Okay, you seem like there's a lot going on inside of your emotions. Maybe now. Okay, now's not the right time for that. We'll talk about that later. Not connected.
Okay. And you see that, like, you finish kind of getting her caught up on Hell, or her getting you caught up on Hell, and she kind of ends the first bit of conversation with just, this will be the first time that we've ever been apart. I'm just kind of miserably anxious, I guess, that, I don't know. I mean, if he died out there, not only would it be horrible because I'd be losing my brother, but it would also be like losing my legs. You know, like I can't go anywhere until he gets back with Necklace, because people can't see Princess Kiana half her height walking around without her religious symbol on, and they really shouldn't know that I'm here at all. The palace is missing, and there's too many questions unanswered that I just can't answer until I have Necklace back. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's, you want to go out and do things?
Desperately, but I can't, Loric.
What do you want to do?
Anything. I mean, we got to live a life as, you know, together. But even when it was my turn, I'm just a princess. I mean, I do court and my studies and medicine and religion, and I mean, he's gonna be on a ship by himself, and not for business, and he's not going anywhere, and he doesn't have to worry about looking proper and acting proper like in court, and he can do whatever he wants. And I don't even know what that would be, because that's just, I've never been allowed to think about that.
Yeah. You know, that makes sense.
And I also, I just can't get too attached to it, you know, because it's gonna be over again. When he gets Necklace, everything will go back to how it was, so.
I mean, does it have to?
Does it have to?
Can't you, like, wear stilts? And then, you know, Hugh's short, so no one's gonna be like, ah, there's that frog that we all know.
It's too impossible of a thing. I can't think about it and get excited about it because it's not going to happen.
Okay. What do you want to do in the meantime, then? I'm sorry for getting your hopes up.
You see, she kind of glances back through the open door of the shop. You can see Patrick in there packaging some paper and stuff. And she says, well, I think there's some things that I've always wanted to do that I can probably do from Heidi's loft. If I buy some paper off of Patrick.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll give you a good deal on it. You know, I don't know if you know this, but when stores... I don't know if it's a secret or not. I'm sorry. When stores get things, they get it for cheaper than they sell it to you.
Why would they do that?
I asked Patrick the same thing, and he said so he can make money, which, like, I guess makes sense, but...
Right.
You're his friend, and I've never needed paper, but maybe he'll give you the paper for the price that he buys the paper for. And it's, like, way cheaper. It's not a little bit cheaper, it's way cheaper.
I would say that I'm fabulously wealthy, and so I don't need that, but I did just gamble away all of my money and the palace and my necklace, so, yeah. Okay.
So.
And you see, like, over the next couple weeks, Kiana's kind of loving the little taste of freedom that she does get to have. She's writing poetry and painting and drawing and just kind of doing a ton of leisure activities that she can do within the loft. And she also sends a letter, an encrypted letter, to Theo's family, letting them know what's going on, which is why the news hits the world, and there's a funeral for her in Fletch, and her followers are not convinced that she's dead, and all these different things.
I have, when you're done, I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Do I have permission to have... This is embarrassing to ask. Do I have permission to be, like, have some DM-level leisures to craft a scene?
Yeah. This is... Yeah. Yeah, we're back and forth. Anything you want.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you keep going. You keep going.
Okay.
I got plans.
Hop in when you wish.
Okay.
When we hit about a month of Kiana and Loric both being here together, Kiana starts to turn kind of angry. So, you see, like, you guys eat dinner with Patrick every night. He loves having you both here. He had a son and a daughter, and both of you are kind of like child teenager-ish maturity-wise, so he really enjoys having people around in general, and especially you two. But, like, you guys eat dinner with him every night, and Kiana starts making little comments at the dinner table about, well, Hugh has been gone for quite a while, so I'm sure that he's really enjoying himself. How wonderful that I get to stay in my tower and play princess. Little things like that. Dissatisfied. Hugh's taking super long. She's sure that he's having the time of his life, and she has to sit here, right? But also when we hit around the month mark, you get a letter, which Kiana reads to you, which is a summons to the Varanthian War Council.
Ooh.
And again, over this, like, 2 months that you've been here, neighbors will come over and be like, hey, Palom says, you know that big man that lives with you? Like, can he come help carry some hay bales or whatever? You know, you've been doing some of that. And also, there's this whispers about the lug that has pretty much halted all extortion in downtown Emberholm. because you either take care of it when it happens, or they've just been too scared to, the boss is kind of cooling off, right? But yeah, you get this summons to the War Council.
Okay. So, Kiana reads it to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Loric gets fantastically excited.
I'm sure.
And Kiana, just stay here. I've got something for this.
Okay.
And he goes over to where he's sleeping, right? He pulls something out. I was saving this for a couple days from now, but this is the perfect time to see if it works. And he pulls out from behind his back what Kiana will recognize as like traditional gnome clothing.
I'm screaming. Okay, yeah.
And he goes, "Put this on."
Me?
Yes.
Me wear that?
You're the only one who would fit in this.
What kind of clothing is it?
It's male gnome clothing for someone who should be, like, elderly.
So, like, slacks and suspenders and, like, a button-up type deal? Or...
Yeah, and a really big hat that comes down and, like, almost covers the eyes. And with it, there's a fake beard that covers up the rest of the face.
I'm screaming! Okay. She goes, okay. And she goes and changes, and you... I need to draw this. You come back out. She's wearing hat over it, suspenders, pants up to her chest. Oh, horrible. And like a really bad fake strapped beard on.
Kiana.
This doesn't feel good.
But you look so different.
Right? I'm
Listen,
not following.
I don't know anything about the law.
Uh-huh.
Or how, like, war in Varanth works.
Uh-huh.
I only know Abyssalian things. But you know everything.
I do, yes. Okay, yes.
And you want to do courtly things.
Yes.
And you want to get out of the house.
Yes. I'm not following.
So you come with me, and you tell me what to do.
I'm your lawyer!
Yes! And you can make up your own name and your own, like, backstory, and you'll be able to be, like...
Okay.
It's not freedom, but it's close to it.
Yeah, okay, let me think. Okay, hold on. I never had to do this before. My name is Ignatius Fenton. No, that's taken.
Is that taken?
That one's taken.
Okay.
Darby, Bristlebark? Does that sound good?
That sounds like a gnome name.
Is that a good one? Darby Bristlebark.
Yeah, that's a perfect gnome name.
Hi, I'm Darby Hello, I am Darby Bristlebark.
Yes, an accent, that's perfect. And nobody knows where that accent would ever be from.
Yeah, and that accent's good?
Perfect.
Okay. I am Darby Bristlebark. I am from Varanth. I am Mr. Huld's lawyer.
Yes.
Okay.
Private lawyer.
Private lawyer. Yes.
Yes.
And then I know all the rules of Varanth, so I can say them if I need to.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Let us go. And
No,
that's how you talk. It's
you
so
do
fun.
you do the normal. You do your normal voice. Stop
I
it.
know, but I wanted to try it.
Okay, stop. Okay.
Okay.
Patrick's watching. What? Oh dear. We go out. We get in a carriage. And this is so exciting. What's that? The Merchant of Venice? Is that where Portia dresses up like a man and pretends to be a lawyer?
I think so.
I'm screaming. Okay. Recording's still good. So, you guys arrive, And you see the War Council minus Soren Scaldflame and minus Azai are sitting here, which means there's one progressive wing member, and the rest are all Council of Claw members. So all the like more conservative bunch. And you see that you guys, you stand in front of the tables here, and Ignatius Fenton is right. Mr. Huld, Mr. General Huld. Yes.
Yes, that is me. Yes.
Excellent. And you were a part of the envoy that Councilmember Ward, Heidi. No, that's not the right name. Why'd they write Heidi? Her name's Hannah. Hannah Hopewell, and a bunch of other people.
It's Heidi. You got it right.
Huh?
It's Heidi. Yes.
This guy thinks it's Heidi. Anyway, so with all those guys that you were on the envoy, right? You following the princess or whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Where are they? Where's everyone? And real quick, give me a history check.
Okay.
To know if Loric knows that it's a secret or not.
Oh, okay. Where's my big die? There it is! Wow, scary. Ooh, 16.
16. You are about to say hell, and then you remember that you guys weren't supposed to be going to hell. You were supposed to be going around Varanth and figuring out what happened to Tandem Arcanum. This was a side quest that you went on to find Bart's dad's. Probably shouldn't tell Ignatius Fenton that.
Yes. Their whereabouts are classified. They blend in with people more than I do. So they are on a more secretive mission than I could accompany them on. And I'm waiting for them.
Do you know where they are?
No, because people know where I am, and it would be dangerous if I knew where they were at all times. Because then somebody could get their location from me.
Right. Okay. Well, you understand that the envoy was supposed to be doing a thing, and that they've all been missing for a month? Or, like, 2 months now?
Yes, that means they're doing their job well.
Okay. So, then, what is this that we hear about, a funeral for Theo Halloway? She died?
That is classified information.
Her followers are saying no, so we're kind of confused.
Yes, she may or may not be dead.
Okay, I don't know why I even asked that. She's from Imperia, I don't actually care. I don't care what happened to Maverick. What about Bartolomeo? Anything from him?
Bartolomeo, you may know that his mansion has been taken over, and the government, I will say, you guys are government, right?
Yeah.
That has not been handled yet.
Working on it.
But he is very good at being stealthy and sneaky and performative. So he is of the most deepest undercoverness that you can be. And so I don't know where Bartolomeo is. But he's not in his mansion. Or maybe he is.
Okay. And then his bodyguard, Cyrus Bowen, was seen fighting with Senator Tschad at the edge of town. We think maybe he killed her, and so since he killed a Varanthian citizen, we have reason to arrest him, yes or no? Can I do that?
I would say that she's not dead.
Dang it. Alright. Okay.
And therefore there's been no murder.
Darn it.
Here.
Well, if you think of any other reason that I could arrest Senator Tschad, you let me know.
Okay.
Great. And then Hannah Hopewell and Councilmember Ward. Hey, listen, I get it, alright? They don't call him pretty boy for nothing. But Hannah works for me, and I know that they've been canoodling. I'm gonna have to fire her, I think. been a new carriage outside of Azai Ward's mansion. So they're there? They're what?
May I consult with my lawyer?
I was gonna ask about that guy. Where Kiana's just been sitting there silently for a few minutes. Hello, I am Darby Bristlebark. This is my client, Mr. Huld. I shall be handling any legal questioning.
Yes. So legal things can he get fired?
Can Heidi get fired for what? For being with Azai?
Yes.
I think technically he could consider that to be a conflict of interest and could let her go, but he would have to give her a severance package and unemployment.
Okay. So what do we say so that doesn't happen?
Tell him that Heidi and Azai are undercover in separate places, both for the good of the Empire, and it has nothing to do with the Claw or Wing Council.
Okay. Yes, so I've consulted with my lawyer, and what I thought was correct was correct. Heidi and Hannah...
Heidi and Hannah? Heidi and Hannah?
Heidi, Hannah, and Azai. They are... This can't leave this information here, okay? Because it could jeopardize them.
Yeah.
Before going undercover, they made it appear as if they were going to be in the same place by faking a canoodling, as you say. And in reality, they are both for the good of the Empire, and especially Varanth, in separate areas of the country undercover. And so it's impossible for them to be fired for canoodling because I believe you need to be in the same place for that to happen. So legally, they are separate.
This is not a good day for me. Okay, well, you should tell me if you find out where any of them are, because this envoy is supposed to be, going, doing things. So you guys
they're doing
are
so many things.
Okay, that's what you keep telling me. How about let's have a report? I don't know. Let's see. It's first now. I don't know. By the end of Frostbloom, that's about a month and a half. Get me some kind of report on what they're doing, just so I know why Ward's not here, why Hannah's not here. Stamp in for me. My wrist hurts.
And I won't tell the news anything before I tell you. You'll be the first person to know. If the news asks me anything, I'll say, I don't know. And I'll refuse to speak. That's what my lawyers told me to do. Refuse to speak.
Yes, it is very important that my client do not talk to the press. And you see Ignatius goes, that guy's real short. Okay.
So short.
Bye, I guess.
Goodbye. I was prepped on Varanthian law before I came here, and I thought there was going to be a lot more, fighting.
Well,
we don't get to do that.
We didn't vote on anything, and that's normally when we fight is when we're voting on stuff, so. I just wanted to ask if you knew where any of your friends were, so.
Okay. Could we take a vote to give them a Varanthian thank you for when they show up out of the undercover? I motion that we say thank you professionally and with gifts that are personalized. All saying yay, say yay.
Okay, you can't really do that. And then you see the last wing member who is here says, no, you know what? I motion that when the envoy returns, they get personalized gifts paid for by Ignatius Fenton's paycheck. And he goes, whoa! And then just the funniness of making fun of Ignatius, when he calls for the yays and nays, it's unanimous yays except for him. And he goes, no, I don't challenge it, whatever. And Ignatius just lets it happen. So you've passed a Varanthian motion or whatever. Woo! You guys will get personalized gifts when you come back. Beautiful. I love that. You see, like, we already said that, you spent Yuletide as well. About 6 weeks into Kiana and you both being here, we're into the new year now. After deflecting, ignoring Saramit's letters for as long as you can, you receive a very official-looking summons to come to the Abyssalian court to testify about the princess's whereabouts. It's like a week from whenever you get it.
Okay. I have a scene then to do before that.
Beautiful.
Okay. So, late at night, on a Thursday afternoon,
ooh,
I go up to Heidi's loft.
Yes.
And I knock on the trapdoor, right? It's a trapdoor?
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Oh. She opens it.
And a hand sticks out with the gnome outfit. And I throw it in a direction that I think Kiana's in. And I shut the door real fast, and I say, put it on!
The War Council again?
Just trust me. Just put it on. You're gonna love this.
Okay. Puts on the outfit, comes down a minute later. It's kind of strange that they called you back already.
Okay, so you know how I told you that I had that outfit already planned for another thing?
Uh-huh.
And we were testing it out?
Uh-huh.
Well, it worked really well. Nobody thought you were a 4 foot tall grump.
Yeah.
Because you're not.
I'm 2.
4 foot tall.
2, I am 2.
And you look like a gnome.
Yeah.
And you have the voice down and everything. It's perfect. So you shouldn't be nervous about this at all. You should trust me, and let's go out and we're gonna have fun.
Okay. Why? I mean, not why, but what?
Just trust me. I'll explain it on the way. Okay? And I disguise self, and I look like just a random human.
A random human, okay. And I'll also say, something that I had written down that you can add, throw away, not use, whatever. I had written down that you guys go to Bart's new concert at some point. So, if you want to use that, throw that away, add it, change it, whatever, I'll just give that to you. But Kiana gets dressed and is ready to follow you.
Okay. So, listen, this has been planned for a while. I heard about it. I've been keeping track of the boss's movements with Bane. Bane has been really wanting to do something. I've been really wanting to do something worthwhile. You've been really wanting to do something, you know? So, this is all coming together so well. I'm so excited. Bane has been tracking some of the goons, and they were talking about before Bart's concert. They were hosting...
That's not real Bart, right? Can we agree that that can't be real Bart?
I don't think so. I keep getting dreams, and I'm pretty sure Bart's still in hell.
Because this Bart is super lame and likes the boss. And
yeah, that's not a thing.
He's not as good at singing. And his songs are bad now.
And he's not as pretty.
And he's legless, yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're hosting a gambling tournament before the show. And it's secretive, and I thought, you gambled and it didn't go well.
No.
I saw that.
Yeah. I lost everything. Yeah.
But maybe you could make something back. I've saved all my money except for what I spent on this outfit.
Okay. That seems
And I'm sure everyone's gonna have a lot more money, but we can leave with a lot of money.
That seems...
And also, these are bad people. So if we don't make a lot of money, we can steal it.
Okay, sure. That does seem like pretty counterintuitive to the lesson that I was supposed to learn in Greed, which is to not. But honestly, you're so excited about it. I like seeing you excited, so I'll do it.
I'm so excited.
I'll do
and
it.
This isn't your stuff. I'm sure if you had a lesson you were supposed to learn, it's like, don't gamble with your life. This is my life.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, Loric. Okay?
Yeah, happy Yuletide or whatever. This is my gift to you.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so, don't forget your Darby.
Oh,
And
Darby Bristlebark.
I'm going to combine your two names right now to give me a name, and I will be Barbie.
Oh, I like that name.
I think it's a good name, because it's like Bark and Darby.
Barbie, you should... Wait, make yourself a woman.
Oh.
And then you should be like... Just act like me. Just act like me. But your name's Barbie instead.
I can do that, I think. I'm really bad at acting like other people. For a little bit, I tried to act like Heidi before you got here in her loft for fun, and I don't think I sounded like Heidi at all.
Darby Bristlebark.
Yes, Darby and Barbie.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Okay. Do you remember the rules for the greed gambling?
I think I do. We
roll a number, right?
Roll a d10 and keep what number you have a secret.
Okay. So we split the money between us.
Okay. I have
and
my number.
And we're gonna go gamble.
But we're not gambling against each other, so I don't think it matters if we know each other's numbers. So mine was an 8.
Yes. Mine's a 9.
Okay, beautiful. How would we do
So we're very similar here.
Yes.
I will like... I'm disguising self, so I can make my body look slightly different in slightly different positions, so I can like tap you.
Yeah, that's good.
So I tap you 9 times.
So since I would be we would be playing any NPCs as well, let's do just like whatever check you want to do, and we'll take the higher between us and kind of decide how much money we win based on that.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, plus my dex is bad. I'll do my charisma, which would be 16.
Oh. I rolled now 1.
So they have a magical, like, prohibition, whatever, that doesn't let you use magic, so you just reach over and blatantly tap me thinking that it's disguised, and they go, man, get out of here, cheating! And so we both get kicked out, and we're going, as we walk out, and I go, but look, and I open up, like, a bag that I have, and I stole a bunch of gold from the pot.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now the best place to hide right now is gonna be at Bart's concert.
Agree.
Because there's so many people there.
Ugly Bart's concert.
Ugly Bart.
Okay.
And this night is about you having fun and being free. So whatever you want to do, let's do it.
Okay. Awesome. And we go. We go to Lordo Square, which is just this big event venue, like basically a pavilion in the center of Emberholm. Big like stage setup. Bart is up there rocking out already. We've come in a little bit late. We listen to the music for a little while. He's, it's not as good as the real Bart, but like we're having fun. And you see that like in between 2 songs, he pauses and like gets a bunch of water poured on him, and then he's like, Lordo Square, you ready to rock out? And they're like, yay, finally! And he says something about, well, you know what's even more punk rock than music? It's listening when rulers tell you what to do! Yeah! Woo! And he goes, and speaking of that, I just want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, the man who has my best interests at heart, and the man who has all of Varant's interests at the center of his heart, the boss! And kind of vaguely gestures towards the back of Lordo Square and, like, we turn around and can see a veiled box with, like, black gauze over the front of it. Clearly somebody sitting inside, some kind of candle lit within. Just firepower and people surrounding this box. And Bart starts to kind of sing again, but would there be anything in particular else that we want to do? I feel like Kiana's thrilled to just be here, so.
Okay. She's having a good time. During one of, like, the breaks in between one song and the other, Loric gets an idea. He leans down and he's like, Kiana, do you want to play a prank?
Yes.
Do you want to play a prank? I'm thinking, we don't like either of these people in front or behind us.
Mm-mm.
I think we should choose one of them. Let's, like, play a prank and then let's go home. And we could talk about it.
Okay. Okay, what kind of prank?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. I can create water in the air and it can fall down, but, you know, that weird guy likes to be covered in water, so I don't think that's a prank.
He's already wet.
He's already wet. Like, all the time.
Do you still have your tentacle?
I still have my tentacle.
Maybe you could, like, I don't know, slap him with it or something in the middle of his song?
Oh, that would be funny.
I think you should do
Okay.
that.
Okay, we gotta get a little closer.
Okay.
And then let's go to the edge so that way we can get out of it.
We push our way up to the front side of the stage here.
Okay. And during, like, is he singing any of Bart's songs?
A few, just to kind of keep people locked in, but a lot of them are new Bart songs that are super all about doing what you're told and listening and things like that.
Okay, so I lean down to Kiana. I'm like, listen, he's singing something, I have no idea what it is right now, but the lyrics are just garbage. Right?
Very bad, yeah.
I can either slap him now, or if he plays another one of Bart's songs, I'll know when he's supposed to be, like, in the height of the song where everyone's gonna cheer and be like, yeah! And we can slap him then. What's funnier?
I think wait until everybody's cheering during one of not Bart's songs, and then slap him so he falls over during it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So the crowd erupts.
Yeah.
Right? And I've got Kiana on a shoulder. Right?
Perfect. 2 feet tall. Literally from your chin to the top of your horns is how tall Kiana is, by the way.
Yeah. And she's in a gnome costume, so that.
She's in a gnome costume. Yes.
The tentacle just, like, erupts out, and people think, this is awesome. He's, like, actually being cool for once.
Right.
And then it slaps him in the back of the head. How far does he go?
Into the crowd. Like, into the crowd, and they're like, oh, is this a crowd surfer? And it's just enough of a hesitation that he just right into the center of the crowd here. And everybody goes, ooh! But then Bart's within reach, so people start tearing to get to him. So security is trying to push their way in, but people are, like, descending upon him, starting to tear at his clothes and get a chance to touch Bartolomeo.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I feel a little bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the tentacle, because it can move.
Yeah.
And it gets into the crowd, and it's gonna pick him up and hoist him so people can't get to him.
Perfect. You kind of yoink him back on the stage, and security gets everybody under control again. He's like, that was really weird. Don't know what happened. All right, let's get back to it. And Loric and Kiana run.
Get out of there.
And yeah, when it comes time for your testimony in front of the Abyssalian court, would you tell Kiana what you're doing, or?
Yes. I would like to take her aside the next morning after the prank.
Okay.
So, listen, I know that was a lot of fun. I've been planning that for a little while.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just wanted to give you something nice, a taste of freedom, and help you live out one of your goals, you know? And I've been thinking the entire time that you've been here, since you've said, like, do you hate me? I've been lying to you the whole time that I've known you. And I thought, before we go back to Abyssalia, that maybe I could be honest with you, if that's okay.
Okay.
You know, like, I figured it's much better to do this after we had a lot of fun and things weren't so serious. Because I don't know, I was nervous that if I said something really big and important when you were saying something really big and important, it would take stuff away from you, and that's not cool. So I'm just going to, for myself, say that you're gonna love this, and you're not gonna be mad at me because you also had a secret, and you understand secrets. I'm not Loric.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I told Maverick this, and it's still difficult. I thought it'd be easier. I helped him kill his dad a little bit, and I felt bad, so I told him my secret. And now I'm telling you because you told me your secret. I am 3 personalities stuck inside a minotaur body that is actually the body of the person I was born to protect and help him get his real body back. So, like, you have to tell people that you're Kiana, but, like, you know, that's just, like, something you tell people, and really you want to have your own body and your own freedoms and things. I'm kind of like that, except for, I don't want my own body. I'm trying to get someone else their body back. And I think when I do that, we'll go back to that. We'll get back to that. That's intense. What do you want to say?
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I know why I act different. Why I act different sometimes. It's because it's not me. But, yeah. The you that fought in the forest fire battle isn't the same you that, I don't know, I met on the beach. So that makes a lot of sense, actually, that there's cycling through all 3. So can all 3 hear me right now? Have I met all 3?
Yeah, you know, we all talk to you, and we all hear everything all the time. The only weird thing about us is, you know, this isn't our body, we just control it. We don't feel pain or hunger, we just know that it exists. Actual Loric, feels all that. But can't see or hear anything. So we see and hear everything, and we interact with you, and we love you, and we think you're awesome. And it's so nice for us. I know it's not good for you. so nice for us that you kind of live in a way that you understand us. And I've never had... Okay. We're really grateful to have you because we know that you're going to love Loric when we get Loric his body back. And the whole time that we've been with you, we've thought you're awesome and you're going to be great for Loric. And we tried to act like Loric so that way it'd be easy for you when you meet him. And that was always our thought, like, you're for Loric. But then we learned about you, and all of us feel a connection to you and Hugh in a way that's personal. And we've never had anybody, even after we told Maverick, that we feel is our friend. Like Loric has all these amazing people, but we actually have you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're the only person that is actually friends with me and not both of, as one. I mean, I know that you're probably friends with Hugh separately too, but
I mean, a little bit. He left so fast.
He left so fast. He can be hard to get along with. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just found out that my favorite person in the whole world is actually 4 of my favorite people in the whole world. So, yeah, good news.
Yeah, that's how we felt about you. 2 of us, you're our favorite, by the way. So, 2 out of 3, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 3 of you. Okay. I can handle that. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, thanks for being cool about this. A lot of the times that we interact with people, we're trying to be as deep and real as possible because, there's no room to beat around the bush because we don't know when Laura's going to come back, right?
Yeah.
But in a really strange way, we get to be less intense when we're around just you these past few months. We've been able to talk about anything and everything and not just as soon as somebody opens their mouth, hit them with the deepest, most intense thing we can think of in that moment because it's when are we going to talk to them again? I don't know. It's just that's why I did this after a fun time, instead of you just got out of hell and you're your brother's gone. Anyway, here's this cool thing about me, I don't know.
Thank you for telling
Thank
me.
You.
No need to thank me. I mean, yeah. Okay. This makes a lot of sense about you.
Like I said, the only other person that knows is Maverick.
Maverick's not very good at keeping secrets.
Say it again.
Maverick's not very good at keeping secrets.
I mean, he's surprisingly been really good about this one.
Well,
I think he might have forgot, to be honest.
That sounds more like Maverick.
Yeah, because he was really drunk when I told him.
That sounds like Maverick. Yeah. I wouldn't tell him again. And I don't know. To be honest, I think you could tell any of the rest of them, but I wouldn't tell Cyrus or Maverick.
Why not Cyrus?
She's nosy. She likes to know everything about everybody, and if there was any reason that she could use it, I think she would. I don't know what she would care, but I don't know. And as we know, Maverick learns a vulnerable thing about a political figure, and he's perfectly amicable to use it if he needs to. And, well, you're a general now, so you're a political figure.
Well, that was old Maverick. And I know we've only been together for a couple months, but I think Maverick was dealing with a lot of pain and hurt for a while, and then kind of found a little bit of healing, at least in Cyrus. He apologized, which doesn't make up for it, but I don't think that if he hadn't changed that he would have done that.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's
we
don't even know what's going on with him in hell, so that's not important, but
yeah.
Okay.
So, I guess knowing about me and that weirdness, and knowing about you and your weirdness, and knowing about Abysalia and their collective weirdness, what do we do?
Would you?
So I'm supposed to go to Abysalia.
I was gonna say, would you have shown Kiana the summons or whatever already?
Yeah.
Well, I can't be Darby Bristlebark there. I don't think the fake beard would fool my dad, but I don't think you can exactly not go. I would go. They're probably gonna ask you for like a report of what happened. Just be as honest as you can until the moment that we go into hell, and then just, I don't know. Honestly, you probably want to feed into the disbanding rumor. Just tell them that, Maverick and Cyrus fought and then ran off one direction, and Heidi and Azai ran off in a different direction, and no one knows where Theo is, and Bart's back, and, I would just do that. It'll just, it feeds into what they already think is happening, and it might make them...
What do I tell them about you, though? Because, my whole thing was I was supposed to keep you safe.
Yeah. Tell them that we were on our way back to the palace. And then by some kind of magical force, I was, or tell them that the Kraken called for me and that I had to go.
Okay.
And then just say you don't know why the palace disappeared.
Okay.
They'll believe that, and they'll hopefully give it some time before they crack down on it too hard. If I've gone somewhere with the Kraken.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay. Perfect. And yeah, Loric, if you would head over to Abysalia, then you go over there, and it's the same basic thing. I mean, they ask for your testimony and for exactly what happened from the last time they saw you to now, which would be when you left the wedding until now. And you tell them what happened. You arrived in Varanth, you stood before the council, and then Maverick and Cyrus had a huge fight, and everybody split and went different ways. You and Kiana were headed back to the palace. The Kraken told her she needed to go somewhere. You didn't argue with her. And, you didn't think you needed to come back still if you didn't have Kiana, so you stayed in Varanth. Or whatever. they seem to buy it pretty well. You know, they know that none of them can speak to having a connection with the Kraken like the princess does, so it's kind of like saying, well, you know, the weird magic princess had to go do weird magic stuff, and they go, okay. So, not to say they're not still concerned, but they're not, you know, they're not locking you up for abandoning her.
Treason or anything, yeah.
Right. And yeah, as we hit the 10-week, 12-week mark of you guys being together, or right around 3 months, when everybody else will be getting out and soon a portal will open and call you through, we see certainly that scene that we already played out, exchanging the names and everything. Would there be anything else that you would want to show before we let our pair walk through the portal and rejoin everybody else?
Yeah, man. I know it's not possible to find Hugh, right?
You have not not even a little idea where he is.
And I don't think Hugh would necessarily, like, want that.
Yeah.
But knowing Hugh and where he might go while in Abyssinia, I would like to try to leave something in a few places where I think he would go in plain sight that is, you know, passable to the general population, but that would stick out to Hugh, like a sore thumb if he saw it.
Okay.
Just to let him know that I'm thinking about him, because I'm sure he would know that eventually they would call the only person connected to the envoy who they know where he is.
Yeah.
Back to Abyssinia. So, just something to let him know. You know, like the food pantries, because I know that he doesn't have money.
Yeah.
Maybe the outside of some religious buildings, because I don't know if he would actually go inside them.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Just different things of all, like, little messages of I'm thinking about you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what a good symbol would be of Loric. We'll ponder that, and the next time we see Hugh in game, we can show him that once Brooks and I come up with what it is. But yeah, beautiful. I love that. Anything else from Loric before we step through that portal?
When we step through the portal, it's the day before your birthday, right? Okay, then no.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and so as we rejoin with everybody else, Rock, Bane, Kiana, Loric, step through the portal to join up with everybody. We thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and get ready for session 34. And Brooks will do an ad real quick for us, and then we'll be out of here.
Last time I did music, it copyrighted us.
It's true.
So, just think about an abnormally large, Barbie-colored predator cat.
Okay.
And what music would accompany that in your head as I'm talking?
Sure, I've got it.
Okay.
It's in there. It's playing.
It's in there. Yeah. Oh, you might not know us directly. And if you do, you might not want to. But we make Varanth what it is. And we make sure that nothing worse happens to it. Now, you might be throwing a little hissy fit. A little every Thursday, a little Why again? And I tell you, your money that you give is making sure Varanth is a great place. When you give your taxes, that could go to anything. Okay? But when you give your money to what you like to call extortionists, it's going to the best of the best. And we can promise you that if we ever use your money in a way that's not directly making your life better, because we're investing it in ways that's going to help us do just that. Okay? Now, you don't have to, but we're showing up at every one of Bartolomeo's concerts, and you'll know us when you see us. So if you have a little gift, a little thank you, why don't you drop on by the big veiled box and give your thank yous to the people who make you safe. We love you, Varanth, and all the ways that you make us money. Been paid for by none other than the boss.